Search for Google privacy advice, and you'll find two extremes. There are 30-item checklists that treat every toggle as an emergency, and there are dune pieces insisting that nothing you do matters at all. Neither helps. The checklists are too exhausting to maintain, and the fatalism ignores the fact that a few specific changes actually work. This chart shows the problem with most privacy advice. Tasks like clearing your local history or following exhaustive menus fall into privacy theater. They require high effort but offer very little impact on the data Google actually keeps. To protect your data, you have to look at what is actually being logged: your searches, the sites you visit in Chrome, your app usage on Android, and your physical location. Google's policy is to not use your Drive files, Gmail, or photos for advertising. The machinery that targets you is behavioral. It's built on where you went and what you watched, which is why ads can feel telepathic even without a microphone listening. We can fix this with a 15-minute audit. We will isolate the 4 settings that actually matter, the one toggle that clears years of history in seconds, and a new tracking update that currently has no off switch. Managing your privacy on Google platforms means actively controlling the expiration date of your digital record. We're going to evaluate these settings using 3 metrics: the data collected, the action required, and the trade-off you have to accept to gain that privacy. The first setting is web and app activity. This is the primary engine Google uses to profile your behavior. Disabling this halts the logging of your searches, your Chrome browsing history while signed in, and your Android app usage. The trade-off is convenience. You'll lose cross-device search history and the speed of personalized autofill across Google services. Settings 2 and 3 are location timeline and YouTube history. These are distinct from the core behavioral engine. Pausing these stops Google from keeping a geographical map of your movements and prevents them from building a profile based on the videos you watch. For YouTube, the trade-off is purely aesthetic. If you turn it off, your recommendations will become generic and less relevant to your interests. Deciding whether to trade algorithmic convenience for a smaller data footprint on YouTube is a personal preference, not a security requirement. The fourth setting is ad personalization. Toggling this off prevents advertisers from using your profile to bid on the ads you see. Keep in mind that this doesn't reduce the number of ads you see. You will see just as many. They will just be targeted more crudely because Google can't use your profile to filter them. The setting that does the most work with the least effort is one most users ignore: auto-delete. An older Google account might be holding on to everything you've searched for since the day you created it, but the algorithms only need recent data to function. This chart shows how much history we can remove while keeping the tools useful. You can set an auto-delete window for all your activity. The shortest option is 3 months. This keeps your recommendations functioning while a decade of your personal history quietly disappears in the background. Auto-delete is the highest value action in this audit because it provides massive data retention security without forcing you to give up daily convenience. While those settings cover your account, platform-level updates are harder to control. Recently, Google began a new tracking practice across the EEA, the UK, and Switzerland. This diagram shows the shift. Google always received your IP address to route traffic, but they are now repurposing that address to identify your device for ad measurement and profiling. As of today, there is no toggle in your Google settings to opt out of this specific use of your IP address. The only way to break this tracking link is to use a third-party VPN to mask your IP address before it ever reaches Google. This adds a layer of cost and management to your setup, but it's the only way to address tracking that lives outside of your account settings. Account toggles are effective for limiting what Google keeps about you, but they cannot provide total network privacy from the company providing the service. To finish the audit, choose the path that matches your tolerance for inconvenience. For the convenience-first user, keep your activity logs on, but enable the 3-month auto-delete immediately. This gives you nearly all the privacy benefit of a shorter record without making Maps or YouTube any less helpful. If you are an optimizer, turn off web and app activity and ad personalization. You'll deal with a bit more friction in your daily searches, but your digital footprint will be significantly smaller. For the maximalist, account settings aren't enough. You'll need to add a VPN to your daily routine to handle the platform-level tracking that has no off switch. These settings dictate what Google is allowed to retain, not whether you are invisible to them while using their products. Tech companies reorganize these menus frequently, and new features are often set to on by default. Set an annual reminder to check your privacy checkup page to catch any new settings that may have appeared since your last audit. Digital hygiene is about optimizing your account for your actual needs, finding the balance between being an open book and being paralyzed by surveillance. If this helped you clear the noise, share it with someone who's tired of 30-item checklists. Like the video and subscribe for more objective tech frameworks.